But yeah, in today's video, I want to talk about what I would do if I were to start another agency from scratch. And the reason why I want to touch base on this is I feel like a lot of you guys are looking to start an agency, are currently starting an agency, and don't necessarily have a sense of direction as far as how to start, how to find your first couple clients, how to make your first, couple deals. And it's funny because I got started in the agency space by accident by releasing an offer to influencers that were looking to create clothing brands for their audience. And the thing is, just based off of my sole knowledge of knowing how to run an e-commerce store, I was able to come up with an outbounding strategy via email to land my first, I want to say about 15 to 20,000 in revenue. And it's crazy because this process was second nature to me. Building the pitch deck was second nature to me. I had never seen anybody do this before, and I had never studied doing this before, but for whatever reason, it just made sense to build things out that way. And now looking back, and I'm like, bro, how did I even know this stuff? I think I'm natural. Anyways, enough gassing myself up. What I would probably do, and you guys have to think about who you are as a person, what kind of situation you're in, right? Now, we're specifically talking about online agencies, e-com agencies, and whatever it is. So you have to think about, first off, what kind of skill set do you guys have, and what is something that you're capable of performing on your own without having to overextend yourself. Now, ideally for myself, considering I'm coming from the e-com space, dropshipping space, and I want to apply some of that knowledge, let's just say I had very basic e-commerce knowledge. I had built Shopify stores before, so I have the skill of building out these stores. That is the direction that I would go in, right? Now, the reason why I'm saying this is back in the day, there was a lot of agencies that were essentially creating video ads for people, TikTok ads, Facebook ads, and all that stuff, right? But I had never seen an agency that you could go to and pay a very reasonable price and have a Shopify store built out, whether it was a one product store, niche store, or general store, built out to perform, that was in line with the latest, I want to say, market templates and trends that people are actually using. Stores don't have to be incredibly optimized to convert for 5% conversion rates or whatever it is. Bare minimum, I think on average, a lot of these templates are garbage, basic Shopify templates, and they work and they perform. My stores that have done the best, now I'm talking over $100,000 a month, converted on regular free Shopify templates that had no apps implemented into them, no trust badges or anything like that. So me knowing that, and me having, I guess, the experience in the Shopify industry and dropshipping industry, that's what I would base my agency around. I would go out and build out stores for people. Now, what are the common things that you guys have to understand when deciding what route you want to go on your service, right? The first thing is, once again, a service that you guys can actually perform and something that you can perform on your own without having to bring on a team. I would stay away from any business that is structured, having sales and fulfillment if you don't know how to perform the fulfillment, and keep things as basic as possible to keep your overhead costs as low as possible. Now, what would I probably sell these stores at? Honestly, it could probably take me about 2 hours to build a Shopify store. So I would say I would probably charge anywhere from $4.99 to $9.97 as an initial starting point. So in terms of your offer, the offer would essentially have to be structured in a way where you could have a proven Shopify template ready to convert for the products that you picked, or you could use hand-picked products. So this gives you a little bit more of leverage to upsell on certain prices. Now, on the back end of this, what you could do is implement some sort of $100 a month fee or $50 a month fee for you to give people ongoing service, or for you to set up a customer service agent within their support emails. So those are the type of things you want to set up on your back end to essentially give you that monthly recurring revenue. Now, when it comes to the offer itself, once again, I'd probably do $4.99 or $9.97. Probably the first one for $4.99, then reallocate those funds into something else to help me with my outreach. Now, as far as being capable or able to find clientele to deliver this service to, I would most likely be looking through gurus' followings. I would be looking through comment sections on YouTube. I would be looking through a whole bunch of different video ads, through PP ads and all these platforms where you could actually do some sort of research or competitor research for products. Why? Because typically you'll find a lot of people in these product research softwares, and a lot of these stores that you find inside these product research softwares, the stores are dog shit. The stores are dog shit, and you could reach out to them and tell them you have a winning product, you just don't have a winning template. right? You have to essentially fight those pain points. And that's what you would do to essentially book these people into a call with you. Now, on your sales call, what you would do is audit their account to figure out where there is a drop off and then essentially provide them with a solution to their problem. More often than not, if people have a dog shit ad, dog shit funnel, their store is not gonna perform, right? So you're able to actually pinpoint these pain points, and that's essentially what would allow you to book these people onto a call with them. You give them a full audit of their store, and then at that point, you could essentially have them paying for it. More often than not, you're not gonna have people just come directly through your funnel and pay you $4.99 or $9.97 for a store build out, right? They're gonna wanna see some past data, they're gonna wanna see past performance, and they're essentially going to want to know how you can help them. You have to put yourself in a consultant's shoes and become a consultant for these people to allow yourselves to be able to give these people the data that they need to feel comfortable in paying you to perform a service for them. So that's honestly the route that I would go. Now, in terms of scalability, right, you essentially have to look at what this could look like long term. My goal is always to go much bigger and much higher ticket to perform a bigger service, and then to allow yourself to monetize off of performing that service for people. Why? Because that creates longevity for you. Now, at this point, I would likely do this up until I have my first maybe 10 to 15K or so. So at that point, it should maybe take me about 10 or 15 build outs. That could potentially take a month or two, depending on how hard you're going and how hard you're obviously hammering the market. Now, what it really comes down to as well is you have to understand, and I think I touched base on this earlier on in this video, you have to understand that when you're offering a service, it has to be a service that you actually know how to perform and that you're knowledgeable about, because that's going to give you the leverage that you need to essentially pinpoint these people's pain points, right? That's going to allow you to put your finger on these people's pain points and tell them, all right, well, this is what you're struggling with. And because you're struggling with this, XYZ, this is how I'm going to be able to perform my service and provide you with what you need to essentially get to the next level. So I guess to kind of conclude this video and give you guys a little bit more of a sense of direction, when you guys are starting off an agency or you guys are putting out an offer or you're trying to sell something, you essentially, one, have to figure out what market that you could sell in that isn't going to be too niche and too difficult for you to target. If you guys are looking for specific individuals and a certain type of quality of lead, that's where you're gonna get into paid advertising. That's where you're gonna get into specific lead sources, lead gen, and all that good stuff. You don't want to put yourself in a position where it is too difficult or too costly for you to be able to go out and find your leads and to attack your leads. So that's why you're gonna wanna use a very broad market, and you're going to also wanna base this broad market off of something you know how to offer. So some of you guys might have video editing skills. If you know how to video edit, that's when you start going through YouTube channels just like mine of people that don't edit their fucking videos, and you offer people like me video editing services. I'm giving you guys the sauce. This is the sauce. You have to figure out you are missing this, and because you are missing this, look, for example, my channel hasn't been the best with views lately. Now you, as a person that knows how to edit videos, could come to a person like me and say, hey, I noticed you are not editing your videos and your channel is not getting views. Pay me to edit your videos. Now, I'm not saying I'm gonna pay any of y'all, but I'm saying that somebody like me could make use of those services, and you have to understand how to pinpoint my pain point. You understand what I'm saying? I hope y'all do. And I hope you guys take this sauce and you actually apply it. Now, you could go into different markets. I am a business owner. I am an agency owner. I run video ads. I've run e-commerce stores that also run video ads. I need editing for these video ads. Now, this is a little bit more specific and a little bit more niche. I am much more likely to hire one of you video editors if you guys message me and say, hey, I know you run an agency, just wondering who is building out your ad creatives. You see me on here, you see me talking about this, and that is essentially an opportunity for you to jump in my inbox and offer me a service. So y'all keep that in mind. Every time you guys are watching videos like this, keep that in mind. There are never opportunities to shut out. And there's always opportunity out there for you guys to grow and for you to expand on. You just have to pinpoint the pain point. I like that. So yeah, with that being said, guys, networking group chat for everybody that wants to network with like-minded individuals. Discord is in the description down below. Talk about anything agency-wise, offers, building that out, marketing, whatever it is. Join me in the chat below. And yeah, yeah, with that being said, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.